Hi there, welcome to my video on customizing and designing your Thinkific site, specifically your student dashboard. So again, this video is strictly related to using the Vogue theme on their site builder feature. Customizing the student dashboard is really useful and really important and often overlooked. And I want to share with you how you can make some little adjustments to your student dashboard to sort of enhance the experience and continue engaging your customers and users beyond the course. The point of it is that once you customize it and you add some little details and add some little enhancements, your students will feel like they're part of a continuing community rather than just buying a one-time product, and the process and engagement and communication ends after it. So let's move ahead with customizing and enhancing your student dashboard. So I'm going to go into my student dashboard feature to modify this. And right now this is sort of like how it looks like. This is the preview, and there's nothing wrong with this. This is kind of like standard layout. But just know that I can make this an even more exciting experience for my students. So some of the things that I highly recommend is the header and the footer. Those are kind of the first things that stands out when a student lands on your page and into the dashboard is what they see. So my header right now, as you can see, is not really exciting. The logo is something that hasn't been really exciting. It's something that I pulled off of a previous video, but I can easily change it. So let's just say I want to remove it. I can click on Remove Image and just keep the banner if that's what I want to do. Or if I really want to include an image from my own desktop or computer, I can click on Upload Image and click one from a Dropbox, Google Drive, link it to image hosted online. And then I can also search the web, which is really cool. And I can find a logo for my brand. And so my brand is all about coding education. Let's see what I can find. So the search isn't really intended to be most accurate. It just sort of pulls up stuff. So maybe I could say coding. And maybe none of these really kind of reflect accurately my brand. But for the demo purposes, I'm just going to pick one. And so, and once I have this, I can continue to modify this and just kind of just pick a section of the code that I think really represents my brand. I can rotate it. So that doesn't really look great. And then I can make it more of a circle and just kind of play with the shapes. And this is kind of fun. I think this really kind of makes my course dashboard for my students a little bit more unique. And then I'll click Upload, and it's going to get saved. And that will become my new header. And if you don't like it, what you can also do is take the image, download it into your computer, use something like Photoshop, and then edit the image so that instead of some of these codes, you can sort of make it into a different shape, or you can sort of make the code blend in with the black background. This is just for fun, and you can continue to sort of make it wider, less wide. And I can even link this to a specific page. So if I want to sort of do that, I can link it to the bundle page, the course page, or the checkout page. That's something to sort of think about is your header. You may want to even link it to a specific FAQ page. There's so many ways that you can play around with it, and this is just one way that you can sort of explore playing around and modifying your student dashboard. The next thing is I want to look at the style and alignment of it. And so right now it's just kind of a solid background, but I can play around and sort of use a transparent background so that it's less noisy. And the idea is sort of I want to look at how the colors really play into the overall experience for the students. Does this really match what they like, or does the solid color really work better for their own visual benefit? And so we can just sort of like play around and just kind of see what we like. And then this is where I want to continue saving it, and I can add more later. So that's just the header. I'm going to go back now and modify my footer, because here's where I want to show you some really cool stuff that you can use and play around with. And so a lot of us who are building courses have like Facebook groups or Slack groups or some kind of community where we continue our conversation. Regardless of where you host it, it's not important. The main point is sort of taking people to those discussion groups. And so let's just say right now my icon, I can pick an icon here, and there's just so many to choose from. Messenger, some if you're using chatbots or whatever, you can just put a link to a chatbot, or you can just use a regular icon and something fun. That's really an address book, but right now the idea is just I'm using it for demo purposes. And then I can paste my link here, and I can just, for the purpose of this, use the Thinkific studio group and paste it here. Now, if I was using something else, let's just say I decided to use Slack, and then I can put here the link to my Slack group, which is hackerhours.slack.com. And the point is, I want to show students that after you log into Dashboard, you can continue just kind of engaging with me and with the rest of the users in our Slack group and our Facebook group. And then the other key thing you might want to add is your copyright. Oftentimes, the internet is full of ways to sort of get around downloading and pirating content. And if you're very protective of your content, like you should be, and anyone would be, you can put a copyright here. And I just already put it here, copyright my site name, Engineering Creatively 2018. And then if I have other information that I want to sort of share with my students besides the home page of my site, I also have a main courses site, but I also might want to add a link to the course assignment cloud drive. And then here I will have to create a link to it, but then I can then, once I create it, it'll show up here. And let's just, for demo, say this is where the link is, and then I can say this is where you can submit all your assignments for your course. And the point is that you are enhancing every aspect of your user's experience so that they do not have to look and guess where to find things. Everything is sort of stored in one area where it's easy to find and they can find it quickly. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any questions, leave a comment or question, and thanks for watching.